Hi guys, welcome to the channel. This is my first video, so definitely let me know what you think. Today I just want to go over my experience with the Z Fold 5 over the last month or so. Been a great experience of a device coming from the Fold 4, Fold 3. I'm always in that ecosystem, both on the Android and Apple side. So I've been getting these phones for a while, both Apple and Android. I finally wanted to do a review, mine as well, because I already have the devices. So stay tuned for definitely more reviews on the way. Let me know if there's anything that you like or want to see, but let's get started. So basically the experience compared to the Fold 4, the Fold 5 is a lot smoother. So I know a lot of people were not happy that they didn't innovate enough. As you saw, probably Ice Universe, different people commenting on, oh, they should have done more. Fold 5 is a little bit of a boring upgrade. Completely disagree. Fold 5 is so refined to where it is now a recommendable device that I could say, hey, if you want the best multitasking experience, Fold 5 is for you, right? It's, in my opinion, better than the iPad because it's so versatile. You can do multiple things. You can bring in pop-up windows and move them anywhere on the screen. No other device really could do that outside of that Samsung ecosystem. So to have all this power in your pocket is amazing. So first, kind of to show you and illustrate what that looks like, if we have, let's say, a window, let's say we go to ESPN, right? Even if we get, let's say, a text message, right? We can drop that text message in, we can view it, respond, we can have a pop-up window. Same time, you can resize this. Really will work with any app once you tweak with it a little bit in the settings. So very powerful, but you can move this around, you can resize this here, and that'll go down there, and you can have as many as you want up in the little bubble spot. But also, if you want to, let's say, do ChatGPT, you can do any app like this and multitask all at once. So no other device really can do that for you, which makes the Fold 5 stand out, especially with this taskbar here at the bottom. Limitless options you can do. Really, for a power user, this is going to be a great device. For somebody who uses this for work, it needs to do multiple things at the same time, scan documents, use the S Pen, also going to be a great device. This is the case that it comes with. S Pen, I would say compared to last year's S Pen, I like it just because it's smaller. I think the other pen was a little bit more burdensome to use, but a little smaller, easier to use, easier to move around. You don't feel it as much going between the screens, which is nice. One gripe I would say I have about it is just at times it feels a little laggy going between apps, which Samsung's been working on. I think One UI 6 should fix that. But for example, like if you just punch out some of these, you'll see a glitch every now and then, which isn't a deal breaker, but it definitely is something that bugs me, right? Especially when I'm wrapped up in the Apple ecosystem and Android, because I'm always comparing back and forth. I would say another thing, if we're comparing this to, Apple, definitely a lot more you can do. One thing that I just still don't like about Apple is you still can't multitask. With the big screens they have, there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to multitask on an Apple phone in 2023. But also, like if we're comparing this to Pixel, I'll get the Pixel 8 Pro next week. If we're comparing it to the Pixel experience, Pixel, I would say, is smoother from a software experience of native navigation, but in-app experience, Pixel is not as good as the Samsung. So like, for example, like let's say I had Yahoo Sports pulled up in Pixel and I'm scrolling through here. This is gonna be way smoother in my experience than it would be through the Pixel. So that's one thing to consider. Most of your time usually is gonna be spent in these apps. So generally speaking, Samsung wins the bar, in my opinion, for that. It's right hand in hand with Apple for in-app experience. Pixel's getting there though. I think they could turn it around. So, they might have it in the Pixel 8 Pro. We'll see next week. But Definitely, in my opinion, a multitasking king, especially even if you're comparing it to the Apple. Just there's nothing quite like this where you can just do anything really with. You can even change that, make it more transparent, and move it around altogether. Kind of going back to the beginning, they finally made that all about even, right? It doesn't fold completely flat, but to the naked eye, it's completely flat, right? The build and the make quality of this feels so much better in the hand, right? Coming from the Fold 4 did not feel nearly as good as this in the hand. And that's one of my biggest things with phones is how they feel, because you're using them for a long period of time. You get that pinky fatigue. Also, this case feels really good on the edges. Not many people talk about this. I don't know if it's just me, but the cases on the edge for the Fold 5, they can get very sharp where it's not comfortable to hold in the hand. The Samsung cases this year have been really good. The Pitaka case is really good. Later case I did not like because it came out on the edge and it hurt holding it. But that's a personal preference. So I would say cases are getting better, right? They're not there where I ultimately want them to be, but they are getting better to where it's still good to hold the case in the hand. Spigen cases are pretty good this year for this device. Definitely like those. But yeah, so that's my review of the Pixel Fold 5. Definitely would recommend this device. Definitely is the best Samsung's put out to date. I had the S23 Ultra as well. I'd say this takes the handle because of the fact of all that you can do with it. Same chip inside. This is going to be just as powerful, but just gives you that much more versatility. And the battery life has been very good. This will last me all day. Really, it's right in par with what the 15 Pro Max has been for me. But that could be because 15 Pro Max is not optimized yet. But this is a battery champ. So definitely let me know if you guys have any questions. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know how I did. Of course, this is my first video. Hopefully they get better in the long run. Thank you so much. Have a good day.